Hello Fit Friends, here's another episode of Matt Workout on Body Lab TV. My name is Adam, I'll be guiding you today. We're going to use sliders today, slider discs. If you don't have them, you might be able to use some small hand towels or paper plates, depending on what surface you're working on. Got to kind of experiment with that for household items. Just make sure whatever you do use, if you are improvising, make sure it doesn't tear up your surface or leave marks. Remember, I warned you, not my fault. All right, here we go. Stretch. So we're going to warm it up. Stand at the back of your mat. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, bend over, fold. Walk out, find a plank position. Press firm into your fingertips, so lean forward. Now you can use your feet. Push forward, press back, down dog. Inhale forward, exhale back, down dog. Big inhale, stick your chest out, press on the fingertips. Exhale, press back, squeeze your abs hard. A little more gliding, sliding. Couple more rounds. Walk your hands back. Bend your knees a little. Inhale, stand up, reach up, stretch up. Bend side to side. So let your hips move. Let your shoulders move. Let your breath move. Just find some movement side to side. Maybe a little circling or twisting. Start to pull your arms back, lean back just a little. Walk on up, back to plank. We're going to do that little glide forward and back again, this time out of leg raise. So inhale, push forward to plank. Exhale, down dog, right leg up. Back to plank. Down dog, left leg up. Back to plank. Right leg, breathe. Back to plank. Left leg. Let's go a couple more rounds each side. Push forward as far as you can. Right leg. Left leg. One more time each side. Right leg. Left leg. Walk your hands back. Bend your knees a little. Come on up to standing. This time, grab your elbows. Bend side to side. So this one, hopefully you get a little more movement in your ribs, around your shoulder blade area. Try to pull your elbows back behind your ears. Oh, may find that spot you want to hold it a little second longer. Oof. Then back to center. Inhale, pull your elbows back, tummy tight. Exhale, come on back down to the mat. Crawl out, plank position. All right, this time we're going to add a knee crunch. So inhale, push forward, plank. Exhale, down dog, right leg up. Knee to nose crunch. Put the foot back. Exhale, down dog, left leg up. Knee to nose crunch. Put the foot back. Exhale, down dog, right leg up. Knee to nose crunch. Put the foot back. Down dog, left leg up. Knee to nose crunch. Put the foot back. Couple more. Right leg up. Knee to nose. Back to plank. Left leg up. Knee to nose. Put the foot back. One more each side. Right leg up. Kiss your knee. Plank it out. Left leg up. Kiss your knee. Plank it out. Lower to your knees. Ooh, roll your shoulders back. All right, you're going to flip onto your back now. Get off the hands for a second. Bird dog. Wiggle around. Get comfortable on your back. Inverted tabletop, so shins parallel. Go slow, please. Left leg, right arm extend. Left leg, right arm. The other limb stay still. Bring it to center. Other side. Now, don't let the opposite arm and leg here in the middle get lazy. Keep them centered, keep them strong. Bring it in. Some of you might go a little faster. Just make sure you're using full body control, not just flailing your limbs around like you're throwing a tantrum. Little lift through the tailbone. Deepen the breath. Try to keep the pressure off your neck. So your head and neck just hanging there relaxed. And slower is actually better on this one, trying to keep tension on the core muscles. If you want to kick it up for bicycle crunches, go for it. I'm going to stay here with this bird dog. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Or not bird dog. Did I say the bird dog? I mean dead bug. This is dead bug. When we flip over, that's bird dog. All right, this is dead bug. All right, roll around on your back for a second.
And then left leg extends, hug your right knee in across your chest, and then switch, or right leg. So knee out to the side, foot across your body. Keep going with that. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. So don't try to stretch hard, but you're going to bring these shin bones across your chest here best you can. Don't yank hard on it. You're trying to get some movement in the hip. Make sure you're not pulling so hard on the foot that you feel like twisting your knee. Be careful with that. Breathe. Tummy stays tight. Keep your head lifted if you can. If that hurts your neck, put your head down. Breathe. Let's go a couple more times each side. You can grab your knees, rock and roll. Flip back to tabletop. Okay, so earlier I was supposed to say dead bug. This is bird dog. So what you did on your back, now you're just face down, elbow to knee, crunch. Stand back, put it down. So you open it, crunch it, open it, switch. Open it, opposite arm and leg, crunch it, open it, switch. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, let it go. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, let it go. Keep going. And really try to lift your shoulder blades up to the ceiling as you crunch elbow to knee. Big squeeze of the tummy muscles. All right, keep going with those if you want. If you need to, like me, I'm going to turn my fingers around, move my shoulder blades around, some cat-cows. I need to warm my wrists. Also need to feel a little more fluidity in my hips and lower back. All right, we're going to take it to standing here in 3, 2, 1. Come on up. All right, so let's start with some squats to warm up the legs. Now, I'm going to bring the discs in, put one under each foot. Now, I've got my toes under the foot, or excuse me, sliders under the toes. Stay on the heels. So all your weight's on the heels, sliders just under the toes, and just squat. Toes or the sole of the foot here, this front half. All right, just squat. Faster, slower, doesn't matter. Start to warm up your legs. Breathe. Hips go back. Knees go out. Tummy gets tight. If you gotta lean forward a little bit, that way you can get your booty back, that is a good idea. Do it. Remember, I always remind you, do not squat forward into your knees. This is not a Tai Chi class. So, different kind of fitness methodology here. Those of you who practice Tai Chi, well then, you do what your instructor says in that one. Breathe. All right, we're going to do alternating turnouts with the leg here and squat. So this is a tricky one because you got to keep the pressure on your heels, and then check it out. I'm going to lift my left heel up. I'm going to turn the foot out, in, switch. Right heel up, out, in. So you're not trying to kick the leg out. You're trying to turn the leg out, in. That's it. Stay in the squat. Some of you might be able to do this in a lower squat, but careful. The lower you go, they might get more challenge in your joints, like your knee or lower back. So watch out for that. For me, I'm pretty stable in about a half squat position. And then this way, I can stay on the heel. So very important, whatever leg is stationary, make sure you're on the heel. Keep going with this. Whatever leg is moving, you're on the toes. So again, balance on one heel. Turn out through the other toes. Breathe. Now, when you do this, try to keep the pressure, glutes and abs. Shoulders kind of hang loose. Breathe, and we're alternating here, side to side. Breathe, slide, glide. And this one, you can bring your legs all the way together. Some of you are pretty comfortable in that position. That's okay for this one. When we go back to the regular squats here in 10 seconds, you're going to need knees apart. I went too far out that one. I'm trying to go back, actually, not out to the side. Pull the leg back behind me. 3, 2, 1. All right, reset yourself. I like a little wider stance for my squats. Down, up. Now this one, both heels down. make sure, wiggle your toes. So as you're squatting here, your toes should be really loose. They're just kind of resting on the sliders. Back that booty up. You're going to go back to the turnouts, alternating turnouts. In 3, 2, 1. All right, hold it down. Now again, maybe you want to start with feet together. I do. Hips back, heavy on the heels. Tippy toe one foot, turn the thigh out, bring it in. Other side. Out, bring it in. Now, excuse my backside here. I want you to notice something. When I turn out, I'm not twisting the hips. Or check it out. So I'm exaggerating, but you don't want to twist and totally collapse your pelvis sideways. You're trying to keep these hips here pretty stationary. Just move the leg out to the side. So notice if you're trying too hard to move the leg and you're collapsing your hips over to the side, you're trying too hard. Back off. In other words, maybe you're only just here. Just a little movement. That's okay. One heel, the other toe. Breathe. 10 seconds. I'm going to do something called a Capoeira Lunge. Woo. Some of you know what Capoeira is. All right, stand up. So here's the action from the side. We're going to alternate these. So I'm going to use the slider to lunge my left leg back. I'm going to lean forward, press on the right heel. Then I'm going to swing this leg out to the side to bring it back in. Stand up, squat down. Other leg goes out. Swing it out to the side. Make sure I don't hit my mat. So again, you lunge back, swing the leg out to the side, bring it in. Up, lunge back, other side, bring it in. Now, if you need to go slower, to carefully find your range of motion and balance, that's okay. If you're moving pretty well on this one, try to kick up your tempo. Get a little cardio out. Breathe. And yes, I have to lean forward on this one. Whoop, almost lost my slider there. And whatever leg is stationary, again, be on the heel and use the other toes, the other set of toes, to move the slider. In other words, you should be so strong in that front heel that this moving leg, it's real light. Oop, lost it. It's real light. Now coming up, you're going to hold it down. You're going to do just the kicks. So lunge, slide out, switch. Lunge, slide out, kick. All right, so here's the kicks. Hips back, right leg back, bring it in. Left leg back, bring it in. Right, left. Now this one, notice I have to lean forward a little bit. My kneecaps are about in line with my toenails here, not forward of the toes though. So keep your kneecaps behind your toenails. But another good idea is to lean forward. If you're too upright, that's hard to do to keep your balance without collapsing into your knee joint. So chest forward is better. Maybe hands behind your back. Kick, kick, kick. All right, let's go back to the alternating capoeira in 3, 2, 1. All right, bring it to center. Ooh. So this is a back lunge. My floor is getting sticky. This is a back lunge. Back, meaning the leg goes back. You're just sliding it around. I think something is a little grippy on this one. All right, 30 more seconds. And you're going to go back to just the alternating kicks. Some of you can call this figure skating. I've heard it called that before. I didn't invent this stuff, by the way. I learned it from somebody. Thought it was a good idea. And so I want to share it with you. All right, here we go. You're going to hold it down. Go back to the alternating kickbacks in 3, 2, 1. Hold it down again, probably a half squat. Lean into it. Back, in, back, in. All right, keep going. Now, some of you might be leaning forward more like I am, like you're an actual speed skater or something. Just make sure you're not hunched over. That's another reason I like hands behind the back. Kind of keeps your upper back engaged. Pull your tummy tight. Don't let it hang loose down there. Ooh. 10 seconds. And we are going to lay it down on the back. In 3, 2, 1. Okay, so excuse this view, but here's the angle of the legs. I'm going to roll onto my back, get into a little bridge. So hips level. I'm going to extend one leg forward, bring it in. Other leg forward, bring it in. Now this one, let me give you a side view. This one, you might prefer the sliders under the heels. Check it out. Heel, slides it in. Heel, slides it in. Push it out. Now, very important, careful the hips are not twisting side to side. So again, excuse this view. So I push the leg out. I'm not letting my hip twist out to the side. Keep your tummy tight, press into your shoulder blades, breathe. You got about 15 seconds here. Ooh, almost lost my slider. And then you're going to take this to lateral slides. So a little turnout again. So earlier, beginning of class, you did turnouts from squat. Now you're going to do turnouts from bridge. So again, excuse this view, but it'll give you a better angle of the action. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now this one, better to have the sliders on your toes, under your toes. So balance on one heel, use the other toes, turn the leg out, in. Small movement here. Hips are not that high. But again, you're not trying to kick the leg out straight. Check it out. The knee and the foot stay vertical, aligned with each other. Just a little turn out, little turn out. Squeeze your tummy really, really tight. Breathe. I'm going to turn back sideways so I can join you. Now in 10 seconds, by the way, sliders don't work on the mat in case you're wondering why I'm just laying on concrete. You're going to hold center, hip pulse in 3, 2, 1. All right, hold center, bring your hips down, lift up, down, lift up. Now notice for me, I'm squeezing my ribs in, but I'm not really lifting my hips that high. Just enough to feel my booty. Trying to keep my heels underneath the knees. Neck relaxed. You're going to go back to the hamstring curls in 3, 2, 1. So hamstring curls, better to have the sliders under the heels. Press out, bring it in. Other side, press out, bring it in. Press out, bring it in. And again, don't let the hips collapse or twist side to side. Stay centered. Use your abs. My cable's in the way. There we go. Okay. 15 seconds. Breathe. Coming up, you're going to turn it out side to side on the toes in 3, 2, 1. All right, readjust sliders. Put them under your toes. And again, notice my hips are not super high and just turning my leg out just a little. If you get too high with the hips, you might start to compress the low spine. It's not going to do any good for your butt. Breathe. However, you're trying to tilt your tailbone forward here. Woo. 10 more seconds. You got those hip lifts up and down. We are going to do this all over again, by the way. This is just the first round. Just a heads up. 3, 2, 1. Bring it to center. All right. Down. Up. Down. Up. All right. After this, we're going to sit up, do some abs. And then a little more upper body. So on this next one, I'm going to climb onto my mat so I can catch up with you guys in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. I'm going to move it onto my mat. So sit up tall, arms forward, lift your feet, extend the legs, roll down, lift up, roll down, lift up. Now, if this feels grindy on your tailbone, maybe just stay on your back, lower back, and actually lift your tailbone, curl it in. Maybe just put your fingertips behind your head, just extending the legs, simple crunches. Not easy, simple. You know, I like to say that all the time. Firm believer in that. Simple, but not easy. You're going to sit up on your tailbone next, hopefully. Some of you might need a pillow or roll your mat up under your tailbone. You're going to try some Russian twists in 3, 2, 1. Rock it up. All right, you're actually going to try to tap the floor, both hands, side to side. So tap, tap. Now notice, my legs are together. They are rocking a little bit side to side. If this is not so comfortable for your lower back, keep your feet down and twist, But check it out. See how far you can reach both hands out. So maybe not right next to you. Reach out, out, out. That'll give you more engagement in your core muscles there, tummy muscles. All right, coming up, we're going to go back to the sliders. Mountain climbers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so one slider for each foot. Plank it out, mountain climbers. Somebody can kick up your tempo here. Watch out, you could get some serious friction under those sliders. Might heat up under you. Breathe. You can also do this on your elbows. I don't know if you could do it on your knees. I never tried that. Let me see. No, that doesn't move so well. Okay, bad idea. Won't call that a modification. All right, coming up, you're going to do all dancing pike in 3, 2, 1. All right, put your elbows down. Okay, you're going to lift up, lower down, twist your hips to the side. Lift up, lower down, twist your hips to the side. Now, excuse me, I'm on a concrete floor. I'm going to back up to my mat. Oh, that's better. Down to the side, up to center. Notice I don't go really high. Back to mountain climbers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to mountain climbers. These are 30-second intervals, by the way. Try to keep your hips up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dancing pike. Ooh, now this one, if you're starting to lose control here, stability, you can just come down. I'm gonna put my knees on my mat. You just come down to your knees and just do the hip twist part. Pull your shoulders back though, out of your neck. We're going to use the sliders under our hands in about 10 seconds. Do an alternating wheelbarrow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so this one, you're going to push up position on your knees. One arm goes forward as the other elbow bends. Pull it on back. Other side. Pull it on back. Try to just move the arms. Reach out. Pull it in. Reach out. Pull it in. Now, careful. Make sure the disc is completely on the palm, or like really like you're trying to suck your palm to the mat. And don't be concerned about how far you can go. If you go too far, you can kind of overload that shoulder joint. So be careful. By the way, you might want a pillow or something under your knees on this one. All right, coming up, you're going to try to take it out to the sides. Now this next one, kind of like an alternating chest fly. It's going to be a tricky one, so maybe watch for a second and try it carefully. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. So, excuse me, I need to roll my mat under. So I'm going to lower about halfway down to my push-up. Right arm goes out, bring it in. Left arm goes out, bring it in. So about halfway down. Some of you might be able to do this lower, but that can be a lot for the AC joint right here on the front head of the shoulder. So you're trying to pull your shoulder blades back as you go side to side. Out, in, out, in. Now notice the other arm. So I keep the elbow in tight. So you shouldn't be out here like bulldog arms trying to do this. That's way too much for your shoulder joint. Keep the elbows into your ribs. Press out, bring it in, press out, bring it in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back. All right, back to standing. Here we go. So toes on the sliders. Start your squats. Down, up. 1 now. Maybe get a little arm swing into it. Forward, back, forward, back. Breathe. So we're going to do those leg exercise again. Then back to abs. We'll add a little more oblique to the next ab series. That sounds nice. All right, here comes those alternating turnouts. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, feet together. Balance on the heels. All you in on the heels. All right, one set of toes, turn the thigh out. Bring it in. Other side, turn out. Bring it in. Remember, don't let your hips twist. Try to hold them center. Turn out. Bring it in. Turn out. Bring it in. Breathe. It's almost like a funky little dance move. Now, my hips are not twisting, but if you notice, I am leaning a little bit side to side. So I am shifting my body weight side to side just a little bit, but not rotating. It's actually just trying to get, so if I was standing up, you'd be just moving the leg, the thigh bone out. 30 more seconds. Balance on the heels. Barely using the toes to slide it out. Ten seconds, you're going back to squats. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to squats. Some of you like to do, what's this called? Plie squats? Maybe sumo. That's fine. Stay on the heels, knees wide, breathe. If you got good joints here, knees and ankles, you can alternate a heel raise, but notice I step off the sliders for this one. So if you're doing this alternating heel raise, I'd recommend staying on the floor, not on the slider for this variation. You don't want something to slip in on you on this. No one needs to unexpectedly do the splits. Breathe. All right, coming up, you're going to go right back to alternating. I need to get back on my sliders. Turn out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, hold the hips back. Tilt out. Bring it in. Tilt out. Bring it in. Again, some of you might go lower, but careful. Too low when you're shifting your body weight side to side might aggravate those knees. So notice I'm only hinged back. I'm not that deep into my squat, but my hips are back. I'll keep this glute area activated. Shoulders slid back. No hunching over. Fix your posture. 30 seconds left. Then we're going to do those, what did I call them? Capoeira lunges. It's a back lunge with a side kick, slide kick. Woo, 15 seconds. Breathe. It's almost like a little two-step here. Some of you are playing some music with a great beat. Maybe you are moving with the beat. You're actually dancing. Rock it out. And I need to clear some room for myself here. That's about right. All right, 3, 2, 1. Stand up. All right, one leg slides back. Kick it out. Other leg slides back. Kick it out. Now remember, the stationary leg, you are on the heel. The other leg, you're on the toes. And notice, notice I almost fell. Notice I do stand up. After I bring it in, I stand up, quick reset, and I go back to the other side. Some of you can do this staying in this squat position. I like to stand up because that way I know my glutes are actually moving. So I squeeze up, glide around, squeeze it up. Glide it around, squeeze it up. By the way, make sure when you lift, you pull up through your belly button here. So don't let your waistline fall loose. You should be lifting up through your navel. Make your abs help out your legs. Don't let your strong, amazing legs do all the work. Breathe. All right, coming up, you're going to hold it down. You're going to do just the alternating kicks straight back. 3, 2, 1. Hold it down. High kick. Back, back, back. Now this one, it's almost like running in place. Keep the hips back. The kneecaps stay behind the toenails. So notice my knees do go forward slightly, but I'm staying behind my toenails. Hence the chest forward. Abs hard. You're going to resume the alternating Capoeira Lunge or skaters in 3, 2, 1. I like to face you guys. Back, out, up, back, out, up. Again, some of you might be able to go faster. I like to keep a moderate tempo while I'm talking. Also, body control is getting challenged. Getting a little fatigued here, and that's good. We exercise fanatics like the concept. See what I mean? I'm losing it. Of good hurt. Yeah, get uncomfortable. Put some pain where you need it. Breathe. Ooh. Let's see here. 15 seconds, and we'll hold it down for the alternating kicks. I think I might need to grease up my sliders or something. Put some coconut oil on there. But then I'll have to mop after. All right, 3, 2, 1. Hold it down. Back, back, back. See, there I go again. I'm not sure how old these sliders are. Maybe they're just past their, they're definitely past their warranty. All right, 10 seconds. Bring it down in the mat bridge position. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let me roll my mat over so I can get some movement on the sliders. So this one, I like the heels, the hamstring curl, alternating hamstring curl. I like the heels on the sliders roll down. Little hip lift, little bit, keyword little bit, extend, bring it in. Now this one, it's okay if the legs are together. You're gonna move them apart here on the next one. So we're doing 30-second intervals here, as soon as I start this time. Oops. Now keep your tummy tight. Hips don't have to be that high, especially when you shift in the body weight, one leg to the other. If the hips are too high, it's real easy to cramp the back. Try to keep your hips centered, by the way. Even centered. All right, you're going to turnouts in 10 seconds. Woo, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Turnouts, here we go. Out, out. Now the leg does not move that far. You barely need to move it. By the way, this one, excuse me, is better if the sliders are under your toes. So ground down on one heel, slide out through the other toes. Almost forgot that part. Ooh. And again, you might not be able to tell, but my hips are barely lifted. They're not touching. They'll touch on the next one, but they're barely lifted. Keeping my abs hard. Some of you might be higher comfortably without hurting the back. That's good for you. Do it. All right, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Now this one, keep a little gap in the legs. Down, tap your butt, up. Down, tap your butt, up. Down, tap your butt, up. Breathe. Some of you might go higher. By the way, this is a nice one to prop your shoulders up. So if you have like a yoga block or some pillows, put them underneath your shoulder blades and head, or just on your shoulder blades and hold your head up. All right, here we go. Back to hamstrings in 3, 2, 1. All right, I need to reset. Heels on the sliders, please. Heels on the sliders. Legs together is nice. Extend, bring it in. Extend, bring it in. Extend, bring it in. So another reason heels on the sliders is nice, because you might be able to get your leg all the way straight, actually open the hamstring so it doesn't cramp up on you, and bring it in. Especially my runners and cyclists in attendance here, or avid hikers. It's nice to get full extension on the hamstring here. Breathe. All right, turn it out in 3, 2, 1. All right, reset. Move your toes onto the sliders. So again, the toes move the slider. The other heel braces the hips. So drive down on one heel. Turn out with the other toes. And try, the entire time, try to keep this knee lined up with the ankles. Breathe. You want to feel like your tailbone is tilting forward. Last little bit. And hip lift. So separate a little. This one you can actually move the sliders. You won't really need it for this one. Down, up, down, up. Now alternate here. So sometimes the knees here get a little cranky. Butterfly lifts. So these ones are smaller, but the feet, bottoms of the feet together, knees out, and I'm barely lifting my hips up and down. But it activates my glutes more. But it activates my butt, not to be redundant. Tummy tight.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let me get my mat back out. Stay laying down. I just need to get my mat back out here. All right, do your crunches. Some of you do bicycles. Some of you are doing all the way up, balancing on your butt from a boat position down. That's starting to grind on my tailbone personally, so I'm going to avoid that for now. Or some of you, you feel this bird dog. I did it again, not bird dog, dead bug. This dead bug. It looks, again, simple. Some of you feel this a lot more than you might have expected. I mean, I do, but maybe because I'm biased and I love this one. By the way, I do have a foam roller variation of this. You might have seen it on our Instagram live video. That is really hard to balance on a whole foam roller and do this. It looks a little different though. 3, 2, 1. All right, crunch up. Give yourself a little hip stretch. So again, hug the thigh in, knee bent, and then switch. And then switch. Notice I'm trying to keep my chest up. Breathe. We're going to take this variation, and then we are going to do some bicycle crunches here. So I wipe the sweat from my eyes. 3, 2, 1. All right, bicycle crunches. So fingers on the neck, kick, twist, kick, twist. Now, I'm going to turn around here. I feel like I've been facing that way a lot. Coming up, you're going to hold it to one side. In 3, 2, 1. So I'm going to hold it. Right elbow, left knee touches. And I'm going to lift my right leg up and down. So right elbow to left knee, lifting the right leg up and down. Breathe. Some of you might need to put the foot down and just hold the crunch. If you got like a hip flexor cramp going on. You're going to go back to bicycles in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to bicycles. If your neck is bothering you, put your head down and do alternating heel taps, marching it out, trying to keep your tailbone lifted. That's always a good alternative for us with neck issues. Or maybe you don't have a neck issue, but it's just getting a little tired up there. That's okay. All right, we're going to hold the other side, and this is where I need to spin around again so I can stay facing you. 3, 2, 1. All right, this time I'm holding left knee, or left elbow, left knee, or left leg, excuse me, let me get my words straight. Left elbow, right knee, and my left leg is moving. Let me try to say that again. Right knee, left elbow are touching here. My left leg is moving up and down. Some of you figured that out. Some of you are just trying to sort through my gibberish. Woo! And again, if you have a hip flexor issue, maybe you keep the foot down for support and just try to hold this side crunch. All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug your knees in, rock it up. All right, back to mountain climbers. I'll move my mat over here. Give me some room. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, these things are definitely getting worn out. Woo! Might be my last slider workout for a little bit till I get some new ones. Back to dancing pike at 3, 2, 1. I like elbows down on this one. Pike up, lower down, twist your hips. The reason I like the elbows gives my wrists a break. And also, it challenges my shoulder stability. It's nice to get stability. All right, we're going to go to the upper body wheelbarrow movements in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew, knees down. All right, so hands on the sliders. Some of you might just want to do push-ups on this one. That's okay. Some of you might want to do alternating shoulder taps. And again, it depends on the stability of your shoulder joint. A lot of us, including myself, I got a little something going on in there. So quite often I have to modify. And not for every workout. Sometimes it happens during the workout. Like I can start off pretty stable, but as my muscles fatigue, I have to modify. So pay attention to that. Oh, where's the timer? 10 seconds.
breathe. By the way, your abs are holding strong. We're going to try that side to side in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so a little, maybe if I turn sideways, you can see what I'm talking about. I got a little bend in the elbows. Move out, out, out. Keep the abs hard. But notice I'm not way down here. That's way too much pressure for my shoulder. Some of you have incredible mobility and strength. You might be able to handle that. I can't. But again, if you just want to do push-ups or shoulder taps, breathe. That's nice. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, come on out of that. Let's try to loosen up these shoulders. So this is a little bit of tricep. Also a little bit of a stretch. Sit on your butt, walk your feet in, bend your elbows. Now, straighten your arms, lift your hips up, bend your elbows down. So you get a little tricep work, but you're also stretching open those shoulders. Trying to roll open the chest. I'm going to go roll up, roll down here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs straight. Let the legs slide, roll down, reach back, inhale. Curl forward, sit up straight. Roll down. Inhale, reach back. Curl forward, sit up as straight as you can first. Maybe reach up to make sure you did. Reach forward. So you are still working your abs. But you're getting your spine to open up in a little hamstring stretch here. One more. All right, hold your forward fold. Fix your clothes, walk your booty back. Exhale. Couple more like that. Big deep breaths in. Out. A few more? Sure. All right, hip stretch. Cradle the baby. Take your right knee, close it in. Cradle it across from you like you're rocking a baby. So you got the elbow joints holding the leg. Some of you might be able to lay down and do this on your back. Try to get that glute area to open up. Hopefully you got some nice work on that one. Maybe a little rocking side to side. Cradling the baby. But remember, rock the baby. Don't go fast. Don't ever shake the baby. Rock it. And then switch. So very important. Close the knee joint, the left leg in this case first, and then see if you can hook up the leg. Some of you might need to sit up. Some of you might be more comfortable laying down. Oof. Maybe a little bit of rocking. Notice how this leg feels. Might feel different than the right leg. For me, this one is stubborn. Ooh. By the way, I'm hugging in my left leg. I got my right leg straight down there for kind of counterbalance support. Some of you might prefer to bend the knee. I like to keep the leg straight here. It actually kind of gets my hip flexor to calm down too. Rock it up. Little knee stretch. So this is going to feel like a little bit of exercise, but we're trying to get the lower quad area. Remember, we did a lot of squatting and lunging, so the area right above the knee, part of the quad gets a little stiff. So arms forward, abs tight, lean back. Lift up. Don't worry about how far you can go. Now, very important, you're not back bending. You're not sitting down. Pivot on the knees, press into your feet. Some of you might need a pillow on the knees. Go slow, go small to start. Some of you might go farther if you're not totally cramping up on that knee joint. And the knees are in line with the hips. Abs hard. Don't be forceful here. So again, it is kind of like a little bit of an exercise, but you're trying to squeeze out any stale fluid or buildup in your knee joint here. So don't worry about how far you can go. And then some of you might be able to sit down in a hero posture. Careful, this is really tricky. You might need to sit on a pillow or do one leg at a time. But my knees are together. Roll my calf out of the way. So again, my knees are together, my shin bones, my lower leg is out to the side. I'm going to sit up. Some people can lean back. Now some of you, if this is getting really crampy, this is not easy to do. You do one leg. You might be able to lean back. You might need to sit up. Some of you, you got some knee issues going on, that might not be an option for you at all. So those of you that your knees are totally not accepting that one, maybe try to just butterfly your legs open. Chest up, lean forward. All right, so some of you like to lay down for your twists. I prefer to sit up. Right foot steps across the left leg. I hug it in, sit up tall, twist. Now you're trying to push your right hip down on this one. So some of us pulling the leg so hard this hip starts to turn up. You're actually trying to hold that hip down and then hug the knee into the chest. Sit up tall when you twist, by the way. Do not slouch. And then switch. Sit up really tall. Keep this left hip down and then pull the knee into your chest. So really kind of strong arm your own leg there. Your leg's pretty tough. I'm sure if you just finish this work, I'm sure you can handle that. Sit tall, no slouching. All right, friends, take your time, stretch anything else you need to. Maybe grease up your sliders. Have a beautiful, wonderful day. Stay healthy. Keep loving. Thanks for joining me on another episode of Body Lab TV.